Tessian, Grail, and Lena.
Uh-oh.
That's us.
Yay!
How long are you going to wait to leave?
Gosh. Well, if we're
It's
being nobles, we're going to have our breakfast, I don't know, meander about for the morning. I guess like 10, 11 we'd want to show up.
Well, keep in mind, you don't have an appointment yet. You got to like find a guard first.
Right, but we got to kind of make it look like we're just showing up.
Sure.
Like, not just like, oh, yes, it's, you open up? Yeah, you open? Yeah, okay, let's go. So,
Like knocking on the gate. Hey.
Camp outside in line like it's Black Friday.
yeah.
So how long after the other group leaves are you going to leave the Gilded Ale House?
When did they leave? About in the morning?
8?
It was
we woke
something
up at
like
7
that.
and
Yeah.
ate breakfast. 8 o'clock.
So I guess like 2 hours or something. I don't know. It sounds a long time, but we got to give them.
Probably should have talked about this before we left.
We didn't do that.
Well, we said an
Hey.
hour. I mean, what we said was an hour. So
we did say
choose
an hour.
to go
I think
past
Tessie
the
thinks
hour.
that might be too early. So I guess, okay, we'll aim for like an hour, but we'll like do some like make sure everybody's clothes look good, everyone's hair is done up really well. We'll make sure that everything is like totally legit before we head out. We'll kind of do that.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't know. Kind of like do a disguise type thing. I think Tessian's going to... Are there parts of this robe thing that he could maybe take off or use? Or, like does it have like a cape with it or anything like that? Or is it all kind of just one big fancy outfit?
Essentially,
The one that he bought.
essentially just one big outfit. There's not like a cloak or any attachment on the back to it. It's
He'll
just,
probably just not wear it, although it certainly looks fancy. But he will suggest to the girls that they maybe take like if they have pendants or other things of their own, like to try to kind of customize their own look, so it doesn't look like they literally just bought a bunch of dresses and put them on top of their hair, and then do their hair and stuff like that. So I don't know, taking a little bit to doll us all up, I guess, is what we'll do. And then
I don't got nothing like that. I just have a necklace, but it's not fancy by any means, so we might have some work to do.
Tessa's like, no, anything to make it look like it's you in a dress, not just somebody wearing a dress.
I guess I can't bring my banjo, can I?
I mean, your banjo looks pretty good, doesn't it? Don't you have a pretty nice banjo?
It's a little beat.
Tessian's like,
Well worn and well
he's
used.
like, you could certainly bring it. There are plenty of bards that carry their own musical instruments around.
That's fair. I don't know. Does that seem out of place? Is that okay?
Tessian's like, this is kind of where you have to decide who you are, Grail. I mean, at least as far as this is concerned, nothing grander.
Existential, a little,
But,
not much.
You have to decide what your story is. Why are you dressed up? Why are you there with me? I can provide some of that story if you'd wish, but I mean, if they ask the questions, you kind of have to decide how far you're willing to push it, how much of the truth and how much of your own lies you want to give them.
I mean, I'm down with the idea that I'm a bard and you're my patron.
Tessian's like, that seems quite fitting.
Okay.
What about you, Lena?
All I have is my forehead band that I wear. I don't know. I'll have to think on it. What I'm going to say, if anything.
And Tessian's like, well, gosh, I guess this is sort of a question for Chris. Her forehead band, is it noticeably from like where she's from, like, or is it like a standard thing, like the make of it? I guess is it.
It's, I wouldn't say standard, but because the Sowen wood is so reclusive, no one's also going to recognize what it is. It's going to look like something different, but not, again, like something that's glaringly like, oh, this person's from X. It's just like, it's going to be something they don't recognize, but it does look relatively nice.
And I mean, then Tessie would probably say, well, it is a rather exotic headband. It would certainly stand out, which can be good if you wanted to.
I'm going
But
to
I
take
guess
it off and inspect it for a second. Make sure it looks shiny. and then polish it if it's not. Or try to polish it. We'll see if that actually succeeds.
I think you can polish it with... I don't think you need a polish check.
Oh, we'll see about that.
Polish it, it ends up dirtier than when you started.
Whoa!
It burst into flame. I didn't...
Oh my god!
Huh.
I mean, and I can use prestidigitation to unsoil it if you want as well, if it's dirty. But
Yeah.
anyway, so I guess once we're good, once everyone's hair is done and everything like that, and we look like we're official, then we'll head out.
Okay.
Okay.
We go back to the sewers. Everyone is drowning.
Yes. Everyone's passed out.
It starts to feel like you should be getting close. Stuart, you made your way to the manor from the alehouse, above ground, granted. So a little bit more direct paths were possible, but you know it was about 25, maybe 30 minutes away. So you haven't exactly had a direct route through the sewers, but for the most part, you've been walking long enough to the point where you know you should be getting somewhat close. I need everyone to make another perception check, please.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
I'm rolling strong today.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That's pretty bad.
That's a 5.
But I have a 13, so we should be okay.
A natural 1, Mike?
No, 5.
A 5, okay. Well, that's better.
Yeah.
That's you're getting there.
By the end of the day, I'll be hitting nat 20s.
Yes. Gothak had a 12, so...
I hope you
beat him.
later thank Stuart for you not getting lost for eternity in these sewers.
Gothak's the one that pointed me in the right direction.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Come on now.
Stuart, and to a lesser extent, Gothak, you start to hear what sounds like slithering. And it's louder than the handful of snakes that you've encountered to this point.
Karash, I hear slithering. Could be the basilisk, but also maybe just a lot of snakes.
You also hear
go ahead.
skittering noises. Like a dozen or more of them.
So this is an important question. Do we hear this from in front of us or behind us?
You hear this from, if anything, because it all kind of echoes down here, sort of in front of you.
Okay. So I relay that, and I kind of like draw my guns, and I just tell people to like get ready.
Yeah. Which
So-
one of us is carrying the torch? Is it Gothak? The not torch, but the.
The lantern.
I think it's you. Well, she gave it
Oh.
to you.
Well, then I'm gonna pull my sword out with one hand and torch in the other. Woo!
Okay.
This is gonna go well.
Gothak does not draw a weapon, but he does seem to like tense up a little bit, and you can sort of see that at his side as he's walking, his hands, which are about as big as both of your heads, have now kind of clenched into a fist.
You feeling okay, Gothak?
Well, not a big fan of the creepy crawlies, let's just say. So I'm not going to be caught off guard by one.
Oh, good.
As you continue walking in that northern direction, the slithering noise picks up a little bit. And you see up ahead now, you guys are essentially on one side of this platform. Because again, there's like one on each side of the tunnel, and then there's water in the middle. Up ahead, you can now just make out in the distance at the like exterior of where the torchlight hits. There is a snake up ahead that is looking directly at you as you walk up, and it appears to be a good 8 or 9 feet long.
It's a freaking basilisk, I told you!
I knew that was gonna happen.
And on the other side of it, the snake's like directly ahead of you on this side of the platform. On the other side of the platform, you see what just appears to be a malaise of hair and legs. And I would imagine at least a couple people have seen this before, but like, it's a big old wolf spider. And it's barely able to even fit on that side of the platform with the 6 or 7 feet across that it is, because its legs kind of branch out and take up X amount of space. I need everybody to roll initiative.
I was hoping it was going to be like a furball.
God.
It's a Karibo.
But no, wolf spider, much worse than a hairball. Karash, don't make eye contact until the basilisk. No, Michelle, did you say I knew it was coming? I had no idea, I swear to God. I was making
I just knew
shit up.
someone was gonna scream that it was a basilisk, even though it wasn't.
Yeah, it's probably just a regular snake.
And
Yeah, this doesn't have legs, therefore it's not a basilisk.
I was gonna say, Tessie's not there to correct you that basilisks have legs.
Oh God, where the hell is
The
my
god of
initiative?
die is against me to this day.
It's a giant
Initiative
poisonous
3.
what? Crash! What the hell?
Karash,
He was
you
trying
are
to
also a
take care of your
snake.
lantern. He didn't want to drop it, so
I did say in one piece.
A 10.
this is like
10, okay.
Han
Crash, what
Solo
was
and the
yours again?
Millennium
Sorry?
Falcon.
Karash, what was your initiative again?
3.
You know what? I didn't do it the right way. Is that where I have to like select my token and then?
We're not going to worry about it since it's only half the group,
Okay.
so it's fine. Karash. Gothak got a natural 1. He's all over the place.
Oh my God.
Oh
Big
my
rolls and small rolls.
god!
Gothak, why did you come to the stores if you're afraid of spiders and snakes?
So, in what is certainly a good sign for our group, you are going last. Because both the snake and the spider have beaten all of your initiatives.
Ah.
So, let us start with Snek.
Okay, but Gothak's up ahead.
Yeah, but Snek does not appreciate being called a basilisk. Snek heard you.
Gothak is he's like Samuel L. Jackson in Deep Blue Sea.
Tired of these mother effing snakes in this mother effing sewer.
So he's just going to get eaten in one bite
Yes.
abruptly.
Oh my God!
I just want to make sure the Snek has the movement. Yeah.
Did you ever
So-
see Big Trouble in Little China? There's
No.
this part where this thing just comes out of the sewers and like eats a guy and then just goes right back up, and then like that's it. Everyone's just like, oh, that sucks, and they move on.
So Snek rolls up, slithers its way across this platform over to Gothak, and tries to bite him. And has a 16 versus armor class, which hits.
Oh god.
So Gothak takes 6 piercing damage and has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
Ooh, he did well. 18 plus 3. So a 21, which is enough to pass. So as the snake bites onto him, you can almost see, even in kind of the reduced sort of light from the torch nearby, you can see the fangs on this giant snake flash momentarily with a like reddish purple hue. But he's able to shrug off the attempt to poison him because he's built tough and
Good
his
job.
constitution's high.
Gothak, don't think of him as a basilisk. Think of him as just a big puppy. You can do it.
A lisk.
Speaking of a big puppy, the spider, which is on the other side of the water,
Puppy.
crawls up the wall, then across the ceiling, and then over next to Karash. And
Does
even
not
though
want.
Even though the walls are somewhat slick, he needs not make an ability check for this movement because he's super adept at climbing. So, he will try to bite Karash. Well, that's going to hit. A 21 to hit.
Yeah, I'd say. Yeah.
You take 5 piercing damage, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
This is.
Roll
okay.
something above a 5 today, please.
Yeah, just anything. A 6 even.
6 would be, that's progress.
How about not either of those numbers and a 3?
Okay.
What?
Did I do something wrong today? Can I just roll 12 times in a row and see if one of them comes up above the number 8? Say.
What if that's your only roll above it, though? You don't want to waste it. in the test.
You're.
Oh my god.
Okay, don't
Those
throw-
are sacred apparently now.
You take 8 poison damage,
Oh, so I got how much damage total?
5
8
piercing
plus-
and 8 poison, 13 total.
Oh god.
Stuart.
All right, let's bring that spider down to our level. I'm going to show you what a little man can do, Gothak. a lot of talking for like I really hope I hit. Is there? So I can't. I know I can't like target limbs to like incapacitate them like this class can do later. Can I like aim for the legs to get them like to fall from the ceiling at all, or am I just like center of mass?
There are variant rules for targeted shots. They all involve less accuracy.
I think that's probably a bad idea.
As the trade-off, you can sometimes get additional effects from it, but you usually take a minus to hit, either -2 or -5, depending on the task.
I'm just gonna go regular. So I'm gonna take out my gun. Oh, it was already out, and I'm gonna aim it at my main gun and shoot him.
It would probably be difficult to do it to the spider because even if you shot out a leg, he's got 7 more and he's adept at climbing. So just to save you the trouble of taking a penalty that probably won't work out. Maybe a natural 20, but
15 to hit.
15 to hit on the spider does hit.
13 piercing damage.
Okay. So as this spider is clinging to the wall and biting down at Karash and essentially going for his neck from its position on the side of the wall, it clamps onto Karash and injects poison into him, and as he recoils, all of a sudden a shot rings out, clips the spider, and knocks him off the wall. And he kind of shrivels up like spiders do when they die, and his legs all kind of like... And he's dead.
He's dead?
Mm-hmm.
Wow! I got you, buddy! And then I turned my other gun. So that was like a shot that way. Now I'm going to turn the gun this way. It's very important that you're getting this across like this. and that's a 14 to hit on the Snick.
14 to hit on Snick, I think hits on the dot. Yes, it does.
And 7 piercing damage.
Okay. Snick recoils, but he seems to be, hurt by the shot, but not like, he's not just dead, like the spider was.
The basilisk is so strong.
Let's see. Karash. Dead spider next to you. Snick, about 15 feet away up there with where Gothak is.
Yeah. All right. This is more frustrating than I thought it would be. I don't really want to be up there next to him for him to hit me again because I'm doing fabulously not dying. That was. Yeah, I'm gonna cast what is it? Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
This is a scary amount of damage for one attack.
Actually, do you have some level spells yet?
Too many screens.
I think you only have first, but still.
Yeah.
That's right, you're a half magic class, yeah. Okay. So we'll get an HP total on that.
Yeah. Yay, 10.
Okay. So close to all that back, yeah. So that's
I'm
your
gonna touch
action.
myself.
Anything for a bonus or any movement?
I'm going to move as far away from the snake as I can. Well, I'm going to move, like 20 feet back from the snake? Stay within reasonable walking distance of everything.
Okay.
So I don't get hit again because I'm not healthy.
Sure. Gothak is next. And he is going to unload with a big old wind-up punch. And
punch
rolled
the
a 4.
shit out of that snake.
Get this hair out of here. Rolled a 4. There's no way this is going to hit. Its AC is 14. No.
He's having PTSD from the war.
Right.
When he fought a basilisk.
Yes, the Basilisk War, the Great Basilisk War of 1812. After his turn,
hate you, Sean.
I think that's all he's going to do for now. He wants to keep anything else fancy. As he finishes his turn, you still are hearing skittering noises, even now that the spider is dead. And let's see. This is coming from there. So, Stuart, all of a sudden you see like a small rat behind you. Except it's not just one rat. It's a couple rats. It's not just a couple rats. It's almost like a ball of rats.
Ew.
There seems to be a good 6 or 7 of them, and they're kind of crawling all over each other as they move in your direction, and they look like they're swarming you.
I grew up eating rats. Bring it!
And somewhere in the midst of this swarm of rats, something tries to bite at you with a natural 20.
Ouch.
Oh.
You take 12 piercing damage.
Jesus!
And it's like basically this like grouping of these smaller rats. They all kind of like envelop your leg, and you just feel that it feels like a bunch of tiny little pricks, but they all hurt, especially in tandem.
You know what I'm gonna do, especially with the 20, and because that maxes damage in this game too, right?
No, it doubles the dice.
Okay, I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use my lucky feet. I'm gonna call on the gods of luck to help me out.
Okay. So they have to re-roll.
It's another.
Or is it that Sean rolls it and then Sean gets to pick what it is?
Again. Now now I'm pissed.
Okay.
Lucky reads as whoever makes the roll that's being lucked has to re-roll.
I think it can be used again, if I remember right. It can be used against the enemy, though, can it not?
Yeah, it can be. You can make an enemy re-roll on a D20, or
17.
He can re-roll his one.
It's better. It's a lot less damage.
So a 19 to hit, but you do take less damage as a result. Although you do have to tell me you're going to use lucky before you hear damage totals.
Yes.
But it's new, so it's fine. So you take instead. Where to go? Sorry, there it is. 7 piercing damage.
Oh, much better.
There's also one of these little groups sidling up to Gothak. Natural 1. I am extreme outcomes today, apparently.
My God, that's so ridiculous.
2 17s, 3 20s, and 3 1s.
Yep.
And a 4. Okay, well, he just kind of shrugs it off. They have a hard time even climbing up his leg because he's got like a tree trunk of a leg, and they just can't seem to find a good place to bite at him. He just shakes them off with his leg, and he doesn't take any damage. We go back to the top. Snek is dead. At least the one you can see. Spider's dead. Excuse me. Poor Snake's like, I'm not dead. He's just going to go after Gothak again. It's the thing right in front of him, and he already knew he could bite him last time. That is a 20 to hit, which does. So Gothak has to make another Constitution saving throw. And succeeds on an 11 on the dot. So he just takes 6 piercing damage. And he's looking a tiny bit roughed up, but he doesn't look like he's in any imminent danger. He's built for hit points, so he's, even though he's taken a decent amount of damage so far, he's doing okay. Stuart.
I'm going to take out my rapier and just start hacking away.
Okay.
You damn dirty rats! Sometimes it does this. It just doesn't want to. I have to close out and then reopen. I'm hacking away.
God, if you critically fail, this is gonna be hilarious.
I better not.
Just skewer its own leg. It's not a big deal. Regular Friday.
It's a 10 to hit.
A 10 to hit does hit.
Oh my god. It's only 4 piercing damage.
Okay. So you kind of stab down at these rats, and you feel the rapier hit something, and you pull back, and there's like a few drops of blood on the ground, but the swarm is still kind of encircling your leg, and it doesn't seem to have done a ton to them. It did hit. It did hurt them, but they seem to be about as strong a number as they were before. Anything else?
No.
Okay. So, Karash.
Okay, so I'm not clear where positions are right now. There's a snake in front of Gothak, and then I'm behind? I've lost track.
So there's a snake and a swarm of rats in front of Gothak. There's a swarm of rats on Stuart's leg.
Okay. I'm gonna go lightning breath on the 2 in front of Gothak then.
Okay.
They need to do a dex check, save versus 11.
14 natural and an 18 natural.
So they take half damage, which is what, 2d6? Hold on.
I'm holding.
I had this in front of me, and I got all curious about stuff and decided, yep, 2d6. So they take half damage on 2d6. Oh, slide. So they take 3 damage.
Oh.
It's just, you know what?
You guys are having some struggles. It's okay.
Well,
Lightning breath. And he just kind of spits on him a little.
well, both of them are hit, but neither of them really seems all the worse for wear because of it.
It's just like, okay, that's great.
Yeah, they both kind of shrug it off, and it did have an impact, but it wasn't like they're like, oh. They're kind of like, eh. Anything else? That's move standard.
Hide in the middle, is that an option?
No.
I'm going to step back behind Gothak again so that I'm not directly in the way. So if I have to heal next time, I'm alive for it.
Okay.
You're so brave, Karash.
You gonna heal, buddy?
That's true. That's true. Gothak's next. He's before the rats. He... I think
He needs to do something here.
Yeah, he's already tanking all the damage for you. What do you want?
I want him to connect with one of those super punches.
All right. Yeah, he's going to do that. All right, so he's going to attack with his fists on the snack. A natural 20.
I like it.
It's all. I don't know what's happening.
Into the ball of rats, killing them both.
Not exactly, but I think he's going to do it that way, right? Yeah. So the snake is obliterated. I don't even need to do the damage on that. He only had 3 health left. And he's going to also spend a key point and follow up with Flurry of Blows.
Oh.
Making 2 unarmed strikes as his bonus action. So he's going to attack the rats now. A 2.
Just learned something about Gothak I did not know.
Yeah, not exactly what you expect for a big guy, right? He misses with the 2, but he also has a 17 to hit, which hits. And he does 8 points of bludgeoning damage, which is enough to basically punch all of the rats to the point where they just become a smear on the cobblestone.
Oh my gosh.
Ugh.
And he just looks back at Stuart and he says, "You were saying, boy?"
Ooh.
The rats on Stuart's leg continue their assault. That's going to be probably too low. That is a 9 plus 2, 11 to hit.
No, misses.
Should not hit. So they just kind of like continue to like jockey for position on your leg, but they can't seem to be able to bite it this time. Maybe they're too busy like climbing over each other to get a good spot on your leg.
I imagine Stuart is just like shaking his leg vigorously.
Get it off, get it off, get it off, get it off!
No, get it off, get it off! From up ahead, on the ceiling, you also see one more spider. Just kind of like my hands not on frame. One spider is kind of across the ceiling. Yeah, it's his turn since we're back to the top. So he once again is climbing down around and going after Karash because he just loves Karash. Spiders love Karash. Did you know that?
Good.
Fun fact about spiders.
Lizard meat.
Tries to bite, but I don't think this hits because of his AC. It's a 15 versus AC.
16. Ha!
Mm-hmm. Rolled pretty well, but
Nice.
not well enough. So it tries to clamp down on your neck this time, but now having seen them kind of with this motion across the wall and along the side before, you're a little more prepared for it, and you kind of knock them away with your mace.
I don't have my mace, but that's fine.
Oh, that's right. Well, you knock them away with whatever you have, your tail. Stuart,
I don't have a tail.
your tail.
Well, remind me what the negative is for rolling for shooting something that's next to me.
Your disadvantage.
Okay. This might be interesting
Oh God.
in the rule, but I'm gonna roll it. It might not matter. So I'm gonna tell Gothak. Well, Gothak, from where I'm standing,
The
and
Jedi
then,
are evil.
and then mid sentence, I'm gonna roll this.
God, I hope you miss.
Come on, move. My worst roll was a 14.
On the rats,
Yes.
that does hit.
So that's 6 piercing damage with the gun.
Okay. This does blow away like a chunk of them, and as you look down, it seems like their numbers are reduced, but the swarm is still active. Instead of maybe 6 or 7, now you're down to like 3 or 4 of them, again, just kind of crawling around. The shot was able to clip some of them, but you noticed that like because there were so many of them in a fluid motion that you weren't able to hit all of them. But some of them are dead.
Dang, they're over 9 freaking health. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I will shoot him again.
Okay.
I finished my statement. It's 2-2-2.
Oh,
Do you remember what the
God.
statement was? Nobody does. Nobody cares.
So they can rewind the video if they really, really want to. What was the statement?
From where I'm standing.
And is it still next? It is still next to me.
It's actually occupying your space, so it's very much next to you.
Cool.
It's all up on ya.
All the pawns. Sacre bleu.
Oh, wow. 17 and 17.
Okay, that hits.
That's 9 piercing.
And it blows away the remainder of the rats.
Dead.
Does that mean I get to attack?
Technically now it's 2-2, I suppose.
Okay.
So I'm gonna how close am I to Gothak right now?
I'd say you're about 30, 35 feet away.
I'll edge a little closer.
Okay.
I'll edge so I'm within just within 30. I just want to be within 30.
Okay. Gets you closer to Karash as well, but not right next to. So
Nice.
Karash, spider next to you.
Spidey!
Yep.
I'm going to go a little slashy slash.
Get this freaking spider off me.
Yeah.
19 to hit, and I am definitely using my bonus damage because F this guy.
Okay.
So a smote.
Divine smite. Yep. So give me a
2d8.
total.
Consider yourself smart.
It's very likely to be enough.
It's an extra 8 damage. So it's 20 damage total.
Oh my God, that was overkill.
Yeah, the spider is dead, and you even see it like almost burst from the inside with this resplendent white light, and then there's just little chunks of spider that are scattered across the cobblestone on this side. Take a moment to kind of catch your breath. You're listening now, and the skittering does seem to have stopped, at least for the moment. Whatever creatures were in the vicinity, that was either all of them, or they thought better of it once they saw the group, and they have retreated. But for the immediate time, you appear to be safe. We will also take a break there. In the next session, we will pick up with Tessian's group as they head towards, presumably, the front gate to have a nice conversation and see what happens to Stuart and Karash and Gothak and the remainder of the sewers. See you next time.